So ever since Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse came out, a lot of fans are speculating just how powerful Miguel O'Hara is in this film. So in today's video, I'm going to be power scaling him and tell you where he ranks within the verse. So let's get on to it. First piece of Miguel's scaling happens within this particular scene where they're fighting the Vulture. Now, this is important because as Miguel cuts off the Vulture's wing, if you pause this scene at the right time, Miguel states that the Vulture is made out of hammer space, which is identified as an infinite extra-dimensional space storage. This would mean that Miguel's power level was so strong he was able to damage an extra-dimensional being, which in this case is the Vulture. Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering just how powerful an extra-dimensional tier is or what that is, so let me explain it for you. An extra-dimensional tier is represented in fiction by higher levels or states of existence or levels of infinity. So, not only is Miguel above the bounds of infinity, this tier is also able to perceive another tier called infinitesimal. Now, infinitesimal is essentially a tier that pertains characters or objects that can destroy, create, or affect the whole structure of a lower dimensional universe, or in this case, affect a lower dimensional being such as the Vulture. Now, at the bottom of this definition, it also states it can affect some levels of reality, which this is even backed up furthermore in the film as Miguel literally broke reality and broke the canon event.
It's what happens when you break the canon.
How do you know?
Because I broke it once myself.
So, overall, where does Miguel O'Hara, aka Spider-Man 2099, scale? Well, the last thing we need to talk about is a fundamental element called set theory. This for sure will complete Miguel's scaling, so without further ado, let's get on to it. Set theory is essentially just the countable and uncountable infinite sets of something. Within those infinite sets, there is something called cardinal numbers or ordinal numbers. And remember earlier in the video where we already established how Miguel is above infinity? Well, within that logic, he will also be exceeding cardinal and ordinal numbers within that set, whether it be countable or uncountable sets. So, to conclude Miguel's scaling, he will scale anywhere to low outerversal to high outerversal, depending how you argue set theory. But that about wraps up the video. If you guys want me to power scale anybody else, let me know down in the comments. Also, if you guys are still very confused, you guys can always comment down below on what you're confused about and I'll give you a better explanation. Or you can join my Discord server in the description and you guys can ask me any question. And until then, see ya.